Hello out there in the listening world. Wesley Bray here with Core Scope Insights, where we're always at the core of industry, expanding the scope. And we're so glad you tuned in tonight. Hey, we're going to have a good time tonight. We're going to talk about something that every single one of us need that is essential to our lives, and that is water. Everybody needs water, and I have got a guest in the studio with me tonight. His name is Wayne Barker with Barker Filtration, and he's going to be talking about water and water filtration. So I hope you guys will stay tuned and find this entertaining and informative. So, Wayne, welcome to the show, my friend.
Thank you, sir.
Thank
Glad
you.
to
I'm
be
so
here.
glad to have you on the show. Wayne and I are we do business together in a leads group, and I've gotten to know him, and I've seen the passion that he has for his customers, and it certainly shines through. So it is a pleasure to have you on the
Thank
show tonight.
kind of
And
you to say, Wes.
yeah, absolutely. But hey, tell us a little bit tell us a little bit about yourself first.
Well, I born and raised in Saluda, South Carolina, so not far.
Okay.
Ended up marrying a gal from Pittsburgh, and she could not stand living in Saluda. So that is how we made it to Lexington.
Oh, good deal. Well, also, before we go too far and get into this, I'll let y'all know that he is also the voice of Lexington's Wildcats lacrosse team. Is that correct?
Ladies, that's
Ladies
correct.
correct team.
Women's lacrosse.
So, hey, if y'all notice he's got that voice that just, epiphones out, he's also the voice of a sports team. So this should be second nature
Well,
to you,
I
brother.
just love the sound of my own voice. That's all it is.
Makes you a good commentator.
Yeah,
don't it?
exactly. That's right.
But tell us a little bit about Barker Filtration and how you got started.
All right. Yeah. Well, it all started with my father because he did heavy equipment stuff for a long time. Then in 1988, his back gave out on him. There's no other way
Really?
to say it. And he got into water filtration, and he worked for a guy, and they ended up opening Eco Water System branch together. And then in 1998, my father outright bought him out. So and we've been located in Lexington since then.
Wow. And Eco Water Systems
Yes,
has
sir.
been around since 1925?
Since 1925, they were the world's largest and oldest residential filtration company.
Wow. Wow. Well, what do you think has allowed a company to stay successful 100 years? They got to be doing something right.
I think the main thing that puts EcoWater different than other equipment is they are always looking to upgrade. They
Yeah.
put millions and millions of dollars into research and development.
That's awesome. So what are some of the most common water filtration problems you see here in South Carolina or issues? I mean, I think compared to some other states, our water's not as bad, but we do have chlorine and stuff in our water. So, I'll let you're the expert on that. I'm certainly gonna let you shine
Oh
light
yeah,
on
oh
that.
yeah. Absolutely agree. City water wise, like our public water systems, you're right. Like hardness wise, it's a little hard.
Right.
It's 3 grains hard here. Now you go up to Pennsylvania, New York, that area, we're talking 20, 30 grains hardness
Right.
out of their public water system.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's definitely different, but there's other situations as far as the chlorine, chloramine, and other contaminants that people are concerned about. But then when we get to our well water, that is where there's no telling what you can find
Sure.
there. I mean, you have hard water, or you can have water that comes out looking like mud, or you can have clear water that is super corrosive and extremely aggressive.
Yeah. That's awesome. So how does a homeowner though know when they got hard water? I mean, a lot, and you hear people say, "I took shower." A lot of times they'll feel like they need water filtration based on the way they feel when they get out of the shower
Yep.
or things like that. So maybe you can tell our listening audience out there, because I'm certainly not the expert, and I'm not going to try to be one, but we got one in the studio, so we'll let him hammer away at that. But how would somebody know that they
Well,
got
some
hard water?
telltale signs. I mean, dry skin, if you feel like you're getting sandblasted every time you shower, I mean, that is some good ones there. I mean, but you can physically see the scale build up on your showers. You can see the scale build up on your faucets and
Right.
appliances.
Right, and a lot of times that happens even in your glasses. A lot of times, even after
Absolutely.
going through the dishwasher, you'll see a film on there.
It'll
And is
build
that
up on.
also?
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
it looks like milk left in the glass or
Yep.
something
And
almost.
it's calcium. And
Yep.
calcium dries white.
Yep, that's awesome. So, what are some of the options you guys have as far as filtering water? I know there's different ones out on the market and everything. And not to get off subject, but I am here a little bit. We do window washing,
Mhm.
and something that's very new to me is I ordered a what they call a DI
DI card.
filtrations.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and I just got mine in. I haven't used it yet because most of what we're doing is one story stuff. But I got one with the extension pole, so we can do up to 5 stories. But is a DI system, is there a difference between those tanks and I know there's more expensive tanks that you can buy, but for what I was told for South Carolina, a DI tank was fine, that it would actually remove all the particulate in the
Yes,
water
yeah,
down to
that's
0.
absolutely correct. Because you'll notice that any car wash that advertises spot-free rinse, that is DI filtration,
Yeah,
and that is some deep level, more times than not, that is not something you're gonna want running through a normal house.
right,
But window washing or car washing, 100%. Like, yeah, that's
100%.
gonna make a big difference with the DI wheel because
Right.
I mean, it's taking it all out.
That's yeah, well, I tried that with the meter, like, I was getting, I think, 4 parts per million,
Mhm.
on my water after going through my filtration system at my sink, and after using that, I was down to 0. It was showing 0 parts per million, so I thought,
You
"This
remember
thing must
back in the
work."
day, they used to, sell a little car wash kit that hooked up to your garden hose,
Right,
and that's a little DI cart,
really?
and they got to be kinda unreliable, and that's why I don't make them anymore, but that's what that was. It was a little miniature DI filtration cart that they tried to sell
Well,
people.
how I mean, you've been in it a while, so what have you seen change over the years?
I'd say the technology of it all, because everything now wants to be connected to an app.
Right,
That way you can check everything from your phone, what's going on with your filtration. If you're in Aruba and you have
right.
a flow alert, coming from your app, from your water filter, you've got a problem and you're able to call somebody and get the water turned off. So,
That's pretty cool. So they got apps now, so no matter where you're
connect
at, you can check
correct.
and monitor.
Live, yep, live feeds.
And you do a lot with customers, mainly around Columbia area, but you're expanding and everything as
Oh
you
yeah, no,
grow?
we legit are because there's eco dealers in Greenville, eco dealer in Myrtle Beach, eco dealer in Hilton Head. And for whatever reason, those guys don't really want to move much farther from that. So I literally cover the rest of it. So
Now,
we go a long way.
that's expansion, so you're basically wherever you're needed at. But you're
Exactly.
doing not only residential, you're doing commercial stuff now, and you just
Yes.
done a big project
Yeah,
uh,
for the state.
for the state.
For the
Yeah.
state. Yes,
You
sir.
wanna talk about that a little bit? Because I
Yeah,
think that
we
was a good
the
project for
state had or they have a big place where people gather together and have gatherings and where they have weddings and whatnot. And we had to get that water better for them because it was unconsumable. It tasted
really.
like you were trying to drink a nickel.
Really? And I experienced that. I had an aunt and uncle that lived in Pennsylvania, and I remember going up to visit them. Their water had a smell to it. It was like the nastiest raw egg smell
Mhm.
for water you've ever imagined. I mean, I remember when I was a kid, my mother and we went up to visit my aunt and uncle up there, and my mom says I would not get in the bathtub.
That's one of them situations whenever you get in the bathtub, you end up smelling worse when you
Yeah.
get out of it than you did before you got in it.
And what are some of the misconceptions people have about the drinking water? I mean,
Well, a lot of misconceptions people have, and like I said, it depends on the source. But one thing I like to tell people with city water, and this isn't to scare anyone, but this is just something you need to seriously think about, is you need to think about how many toilets that water has been through before you draw it out of your tap. Now that
right,
is a public system.
right,
Now, and I'm surely not talking bad about the water department guys because they legit are doing the best they can,
right.
with the tools they have.
Sure, sure.
It's just, there's a lot of variables there. Right.
And should every homeowner, and I'm just putting this in a consumer's thing, because here where we live, we're on city water, and so my water, though, could be different than the water at my neighbor's. Is that correct? I mean,
It could be, and it could be far as, you know, what's going on with your house, the plumbing from the street
sure,
to your house.
right.
What's going on with the plumbing that's in physically in your, you know, what's going on with the fixtures in your house. Lots of different variables with that too.
Well, let me ask you, what's the difference between a water filter and a water softener?
Okay. Yeah. More times than not, a water filter is going to be more of just a whole house carbon filter, where a softener is actually removing the hardness. And if it is a good softener, it's going to remove hardness and iron, where the filter is really just removing, more times than not, just chlorine, chloramine, and stuff like that.
Really? That's awesome. And do y'all sell both products, or
Yes, we
so
do.
you guys
Yep.
get
And
you
we
got
even have a pretty neat unit that we call a refiner that kind of does both of those things in one. And it is a city water unit. It's what
that's
I have in
awesome.
my house on the
Really?
same water system you're on. So.
So that's awesome. So, folks, if you're not learning yet, we are going to bring you up to speed because I'm certainly getting educated tonight. And the passion that Wayne has for helping customers with their water treatment problems and their water issues, it is very adamant in what the way he approaches things, and just knowing him and the passion he has for taking care of his customers. So, we're going to come back and we'll have more discussion with Wayne when we return. But right now, we're going to take just a quick break. And we're going to recognize our sponsors. Show wouldn't be a show without our sponsors and our listeners. So we thank y'all, and y'all stay tuned. We'll be right back. Is your home feeling more hot and bothered than cool and comfortable? Don't sweat it. Call Cool Care Heating and Air of Safety isn't optional, it's priority. And with Safety Plus, where protection comes first, they have you covered with everything from head to toe, such as welding gear, hard hats, gloves, ear protection, safety eyewear, and much, much more. And let's not forget those fire extinguishers, carbon monoxide detectors, because safety isn't just gear, it's a peace of mind. Whether you're at home or on the job, Safety Plus has you covered. So call them today at 803 996 1155. That's 803 996 1155. Or you can check them out on the website at www.safetypluslexington.com. All right, so we're going to continue to get educated. So thank you guys. Welcome back. I got Wayne in here. So Wayne, next question for you, my friend. Not trying to make it sound like an interview, but I am certainly interested in your answers because this is some topic tonight when we decided we were going to get together. I took this as something I'm very much so interested in myself because, you know, we have a water filtration system in our refrigerator and things like that. And that's normally where we go to get our ice and our water from. But right out of the sink, I'm not sure. I mean, I don't complain. I make my coffee with water out of the sink. I drink water out of the refrigerator, but maybe something we need to look into as well. So as y'all can see, I'm trying to become one of Wayne's customers here. No, our whole house filtration system's worth the investment.
Yes, obviously, I do believe so, and I'll tell you why. Because whole house systems, whenever you hook them up, it's gonna take a lot of the stress off appliances,
Right.
and that is what is gonna make them last longer.
Mhm.
You know, the less abrasion that they have, the less chlorine they have flowing through them, the purer the water is. I mean, they don't work as hard, if that makes any sense.
Right.
Like on a well, when it's like really hard and there's a bunch of iron,
Sure.
I mean, it is literally like tossing iron shavings into a washing machine.
Right.
It's
Or a
like
dishwasher.
exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, any appliance, a water heater, especially tankless water heaters. If you're on a well and have bad water with a tankless water heater,
Oh, you're
it's going to
destroying it.
gum up
Yes, you're
in,
destroying it.
I mean, in months, if not even sooner.
And a lot of people don't know that on a tankless water heater, you should actually drain that sucker or flush it at least
Oh,
twice a
it
year.
that rascal exactly should be serviced by somebody professional
And you guys do
twice a
that
year.
as well too, right?
Now that I do not
You
do.
don't do that?
Yeah, I
Okay.
will absolutely
Okay.
pass that on to a good plumber. Yes.
What kind of maintenance is required for the water treatment,
Yep,
system itself?
depending on the units. The ones that require a little bit more maintenance, I would say reverse osmosis units because they are designed to be serviced once every 6 months or 900 gallons, whichever comes first. And
Mm,
more times than not, it's usually once every 6 months. Now, whole house systems that my refiners that are kind of the city water unit that is actually a super softener and a filter, you know, they use water softener salt to recharge themselves.
mm,
Now, that's usually lasts when it fills up, it lasts the better part of a year. So, it's kind of a once a year time maintenance. So usually it's either twice a year or once a year, more times than not. Now, if you have super, super bad water and you use a lot of it, that's when it could be more like every 3 months type thing, like more of a quarterly.
and so just, water overall, a lot of people have skin issues. I used to not have eczema, now I do. I mean, late in life, I have eczema right beside my eye sometimes, and sometimes it can be really patchy or turn red. And so I've dealt with it with creams and things, and of course, the doctors tell me don't take hot showers, use a certain type of soap,
Mhm.
things of that nature. Like I said, it's all new to me because I mean, I'm 50 some years old, 55 years old now, and never had eczema in my life. And now I'll have it grow, or come up in my elbow or crease in my arm or something every now and then. I'll put salve on it. But I think cleaner water could actually help eliminate some of the problems people have with skin issues too, couldn't it?
I mean, yes, and obviously I'm not a doctor,
Right.
but I do have a personal story about that one too, though, because my daughter had twin girls, and my younger of the twins, she had eczema so bad
Mhm.
when she was little. So, like, if we did not have that filtration system, or when we were on vacation and we bathed her or she took a shower, like it flared up almost immediately. And it's just because her skin specifically was very sensitive. Like her eczema was sensitive to chlorine,
Really?
like her personally. Now, I mean, I don't think it's a coincidence whenever she showered and bathed at home under a filtered situation, it didn't flare up like
Right.
that. So that's why we kind of led back to and figured out it was that
But a
personally.
but a lot of people will see a difference also in their laundry, right?
Oh,
With their
absolutely. It's more of a, you'll see a fluff. I mean, I
Mhm.
know it sounds silly, but it almost has more bounce to it.
Mhm.
And it is a big difference whenever you go from, like, if you're on a well and have very hard water and then remove that hardness, I mean, you will never ever want to go back. I mean, even the showers, you feel so much different just bathing.
Sure, sure. So, let's talk about your business per se and customer service and what you guys offer. So, one of the questions I had was what separates Barker Filtration from these other water companies out here? I think I know personally because of the passion you have, but I'll let you expand on that, what you and your team do.
Well, I think one of the best things about us is that you will get a return call
Yeah,
and we will do what we say we're going to do.
and that's awesome.
And I absolutely will not talk about any other companies, but I know I've heard from many of my current customers that sometimes it's really hard to get a call back from someone.
Right, right. I find that it seems like, and I've done podcasts on this before, you've probably seen them, but customer service just isn't what it used to be. I mean, I remember when I got out of the Navy and worked in customer service, and I've always been in sales or customer service, but I'm the same way. I can't go to bed at night with an
Yeah,
unanswered
that's one
phone
of your
call.
mottos. That's right.
It is. I can't go to bed at night without an unanswered phone call, an unanswered text, or email. It drives me nuts. I
Yeah.
can't tell you how many times I've laid in bed at night
And
and I'm like, "Annette, I gotta get my wife," that's my wife out there and everybody, I'll be like, "Honey, I gotta get," she's like, "What's wrong?" I got a text today. I've gotta go send it back."
mhm.
I cannot, in 34 years I've been in sales, I can't think of if anybody y'all catch me in a lie out there, you let me know. But I don't think I've ever let anybody down without calling you back the same day or getting back. But and that's I found that intriguing about your business. I found it very interesting, and so far I've seen you up to the challenge because anytime I've ever called you, you have called me right back.
Yeah, I mean, we definitely try. That is for sure.
So, what does customer service mean to you and your team?
I mean, it is literally, it means everything. That's one reason we are partnered with Costco as well, because they are so customer oriented, you know, and we are too. And
Yeah.
EcoWater is too. That's why they keep putting everything back into research and development.
Well, I know with all the many systems and customers y'all have treated their water for, you must have at least one good story you can share with us where the difference, I mean, where the system has made a difference, or your service has made a difference to somebody. If you want to share one or two of those, I think it would be, I'm interested in
I'll
hearing.
do one of my favorite ones because this was a older couple. They were both retired teachers. And their water, I mean, I don't know how else to describe it. I mean, if you were a Clemson fan, you'd really enjoy this water.
It was orange.
It pumped straight orange.
Wow.
And she had a situation where she had to take care of all her grandchildren. So she had 4 grandchildren, her husband, who wasn't in the best health, all in this house with this filthy, disgusting water that was literally changing her whites orange.
Oh, my
But
goodness.
they were Clemson fans, by the way. But we were able to get that taken care of, straightened out, and she was like in tears because like that's how much aggravation it was to her to try to bathe her grandchildren in orange mud.
Wow.
And it was tearing her apart, and we were finally able to help her out, and it meant the world to her.
My next question was going to be, what do you enjoy most about helping families? But I think you just described it, being able to fix a problem and everything right there. I mean, that says a lot.
I do, and I mean I do. I've been doing this since I've been old enough to go under into a crawl space too.
Right. Right.
And I enjoy the plumbing aspect of it all. Like when we do our installs, I tell my brother helps me, and tell him it's like we're painting our picture, and that's
Right.
what I mean, because no install is the same. Every single one is a custom job,
Sure.
and I'm sitting there figuring it out, thinking about it. That's what we call it, painting a picture.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Well, folks, I'm certainly enjoying this, but hey, we're going to give our sponsors a little more time here, and we're going to give you time just so you don't have to hear my breakfast. My breakfast. What have I see? Don't edit that out. I just fumbled, so leave that in there. But hey, I fumble every now and then. But listen, we're going to give our sponsors their time, and we'll be right back after this. When it comes to finding your dream home in South Carolina, experience matters, and Adam Biedenbow brings over 20 years of proven real estate success to every client he serves. Whether you're buying your first home, upgrading, or relocating, even downsizing, Adam knows the state of South Carolina and his community, its neighborhoods, its schools, and its hidden gems, because he's been helping families build their futures here for over 2 decades. With a commitment to honesty, hard work, and personal service, Adam Biedenbow is the name that you can trust when it comes to your real estate needs. Call Adam at 803-206-7025 and let Adam go to work for you. When you need printing done right and done locally, choose Pine Press of Lexington, South Carolina. From business cards and brochures to signs, banners, and custom printing projects, Pine Press delivers quality craftsmanship with personal service you can trust. Whether you're a small business, church, school, or organization, they help bring your ideas to life on time and on your budget. Conveniently located at 142 Ellis Avenue in Lexington, South Carolina, Pine Press is your hometown printing partner with decades of experience and attention to detail. Call 803-359-9162 or visit them at pinepressprinting.com or stop in today. That's Pine Press of Lexington, where your message makes a lasting impression. All right, folks, welcome back. Hey, I hope you guys are enjoying this summertime weather we're having. Of course, we've been getting a lot of rain talking about water. We've
Hmm.
had a lot of rain here in South Carolina
All at the
lately,
same time. Yep.
and I'm sure that helps boost the water filtration business some, don't it?
Oh yeah.
So, hey, Wayne, tell us what kind of trends are you seeing right now in water treatment and opportunities out there right now?
Trends, I think a trend or fad right now that I believe is going on is pH plus water or alkaline water, if you will.
Uh-huh.
Like I've noticed a lot of folks, they want that reverse osmosis water, but then they want to follow it up with a pH boost and to get over the 9.5 plus pH. And once again, I'm not a doctor, but a lot of people do believe that alkaline water is better for your body. Yeah.
Really?
I don't, I'm not a doctor. I definitely don't ever go in with that, but a lot of people come to me looking for that. So I can provide that because I do have the pH cards. So
So what other passions do you have? I'm kind of fishing for an answer. If you weren't in the water treatment business, what would you be doing?
honestly, I probably would be doing something in the outdoors because, I spend a lot of time outside anyway with this water filtration stuff. But yeah, I'm a big love fishing, love hunting, love sports. And luckily, both my girls are into all that stuff too. So, I mean, I have just been so blessed with them, being able to share my passion with outdoors with them. And I'm hoping one day in the far future, because they're only 14, uh, you know, I could have some grandkids to take outdoors too.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I love your passion and you know what excites you. So, question on the horizon's got to be: where do you see Barker Filtration 5 years from now? What's the future for Barker Filtration? And you know, if you want to talk a little about it.
Oh yeah,
uh,
absolutely. I think just steady growth. You know, not necessarily shooting for the stars or anything like that, but steady growth where I can still answer that phone or, be able to return that call. Like that is like, I love where we're at. And
That's
obviously
awesome.
we're going to grow, but I just want to make sure that, we don't get to be that big corporation company that we'll get to in a couple weeks.
Right. I think that's important. I say the same thing about my business. I mean, I want to grow, but I don't ever want to, I don't foresee myself ever getting away from being the person that
Exactly.
answers the phone. If I am not the person, I certainly would not have a machine do it. I'm gonna have if I can't get to the point to where I've got somebody answering the phone for me, that's the way I look at things. I like that personal in contact approach, then I think that's what draws me to businesses like you. You've got that approach where you want to be personable with the customers. You know, in today's times, people are like, let me just send you a picture of what I need. Let me send you a picture of what I need you to do. I don't operate that way. I still wanna come out before I do a job, and I wanna meet with a
That's exactly
customer,
it.
and I wanna talk to them. I wanna know their needs so that I can, offer a solution from a passionate and charismatic standpoint, because when a customer of mine that comes to me with a problem in sales, that's what you're there to fix a problem. So I like to hear what they're conveying, relay back to them to prove that I listen to them. And then I like to be able to provide that solution that I don't feel like I can do just by giving you a price back because you show me something.
Exactly. 100%. And that's the same way I am as well. And I think that is the cool thing about me is that I have kind of had every level of it. You
Yep.
know, I'm in the ditch digging.
Right.
I've done the cool business stuff too. But whenever I show up to do a site assessment, I'm looking at it at every angle. And shoot, I'm even looking, oh man, well, heck, I can save the money here. I don't need as much material.
Absolutely.
Or, oh no, I'm going to need a lot of material here. But I like to be upfront with folks too. I don't want to like surprise them with extra stuff on the end. So,
That's incredible. Yeah, it says a lot. So let me ask you, and maybe you can provide this information for our listeners out there. If someone's looking for water filtration, tell them where they can find Barker Filtration at, and tell
absolutely.
them a little bit how to
Absolutely.
contact you.
It is easy as barkerfiltration.com, but our numbers, office numbers, 803-996-1223. And my cell, that's something a lot of people don't do. My personal cell, 803-730-1356. Call or text anytime.
Right. I love that. I love that. So this last is actually a question, but I'm gonna answer it. I had this if there's one thing you'd like every homeowner listening today to know about their water, what would it be? I'm gonna let you answer it after I answer it for you.
Far away.
Call Wayne Barker and
Oh.
all of your problems will be solved with your water because he's very passionate and very charismatic about taking care of your issues and he makes them his own. So now I'll let you follow up. I thought I did a pretty good job answering for you there.
Yeah, yeah, that is pretty good. And I cannot disagree. Okay, Wes, cannot disagree. But I think the one thing, if you think there's a problem, probably is.
Probably is. Yep. All right, you want to play a quick game?
Sure.
All right, let's play a quick game called Rapid Fire.
Let's do it.
I'm gonna ask you 5 questions and you just go with the
Okay.
first answer that comes to your head. You ain't gotta think long about it. But let's start whenever you're ready. You ready?
Okay, let's do it.
All right, favorite color?
Green.
Ocean or mountains?
Ocean.
Clemson or South Carolina?
South Carolina.
Okay. Football or baseball?
Football.
Right. Now, the big one. Are you ready for this?
Yes.
You like Saluda better or Lexington better?
Oh man. Can't. That was a good one.
That was a good one,
That
wasn't it?
was good one.
That was off the cuff.
You got me. I was not expecting that one. Oh wow. Yeah.
All right, folks, we're going to come back, and I'm so glad you tuned in tonight. We're going to come back, and I'm going to be over there join Wayne at the table, and we're going to spin that lucky wheel that you've all been waiting for tonight, and we're going to see what you win and who won it. So we'll be right back. All right, folks, Wayne and I are here back at tonight, so we're going to spin this lucky wheel and see what someone wins on the prize wheel for tonight. And we only got one rule, and it's been explained to Wayne. All it's got to do is go around one time. And then keep in mind that you want to be in this prize wheel. All you have to do is subscribe and comment. Leave us a comment. Tell us something you want to see on the show. And Wayne, it's like the price is right, buddy.
Yeah.
Spin that lucky wheel. All right. Someone want a core scope hat. I feel generous enough tonight. I'm gonna throw that in as a bonus. So let's spin it again and get. So you're gonna win 2 prizes tonight. We got it. Yeah, if it's another hat, we're gonna finish till we hit something different. All right. Someone has won a $50 gift card, so we'll get you a Visa $50 gift card and a core scope hat. So Wayne, now it's up to you to spin the wheel there.
All right.
And this is the part everybody gets mad at you if you don't draw their name now.
All right, somebody's gonna be happy. Let's see who it is.
Just one, but they're winning 2 prizes.
Here we go. It is Trey Cohen.
Trey Cohen. Trey, congratulations, and thank you for watching and subscribing to the show. We appreciate you, and we'll get you your $50 out there to you and a core scope hat. And let's see, we've got core scope hat over here. I'll step away and show what it looks like. So we're going to send you a hat just like this and a $50 gift card. And folks, now Wayne and I on a 3, 2, 1, we're going to wave to y'all good night and tell you next time, Wayne, I'd love to have you back on the show again, buddy. It's been a pleasure.
Yes, sir.
So on a 3, 2, 1, good night, everybody.